Hey guys, how you doing? As we get closer and closer to the release of the Razbam Mig-19, I thought we could go ahead and show off some more of its features. Today I'll be using the lead computing gun sight of the Mig-19 to go against an F-5 Tiger. Now, for anyone who knows anything about the F-5, you know that when it comes to dogfighting, the F-5 is no pushover, so I thought it would make a pretty decent challenge. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so as stated, today we're going to be fighting the F-5 Tiger. The F-5 is an agile, high maneuverable, reliable supersonic fighter. It's combining advanced aerodynamic design and engine performance. The F-5s have also operated in support of DACT. DACT is Dissimilar Air Combat Training, and for those of you that don't know what that is, Dissimilar Air Combat Training was introduced as a formal part of the U.S. Air Combat Training after disappointing aerial combat exchanges during the Vietnam War. And it's basically a type of training where pilots are forced to train against aircraft dissimilar to their own in performance and capability in the event that they face such aircraft in true combat. So basically the point I'm making is that the F-5 is no pushover. So basically this fight is going to be rather difficult, as the F-5 is a very capable aircraft. You know, it's no F-15 or anything, but it's definitely not a pushover. So we're going to have to work for this kill here today, probably, is my assumption. So you can see that F-5 off in front of us. We're about to merge with them. And you can see the tracking radar turn on there. And there's the merge. There he goes. So we're going to do a left bank. Keep an eye on him. He's climbing towards the sun there. I can't really make him out because of the sun. There he is. Okay, so he went high up there. So again, once we've completed the turn here, we're going to try to slide in behind him. And when I bank in, I'm not going to go fully vertical down. Notice how I'm kind of lopsided to the side as I pull him behind him. You can see the aircraft struggling. The Mig-19 is going to struggle with pulling up its nose like that. It's just not something it's good at. So you got to be really gentle when you pull your nose up. Alright, here we go again. There's the tracking radar once again, picking up the F-5. You can see him on the radar there. Alright, we've now successfully slid in behind him. He's got a nose down attitude, so he's going to dive. That's going to make it difficult for me. As I dive, I'm going to pull throttle back, because I don't want to over accelerate. The Mig-19 is really well known for that. It accelerates really quickly towards the ground and becomes difficult to pull out. Okay, so there we go. Throttle back again, and he managed to force an overshoot, so that's very bad. It's a big mistake on my part there. I didn't pull the throttle back quick enough, so we ended up overshooting. Okay, and looks like he's behind us now, and I basically almost blacked out there. And now I don't see him, which is very bad. So this is what I was saying about the F-5, you know, it's a very capable aircraft. Can't quite get eyes on him. There he is. I see him. Pulling up behind us. He can't quite seem to point his nose up far enough though, so that's good for us. We're safe still. Right, so I'm going to keep our speed fairly low, afterburner off. Try to see if I can force him to overshoot. I would also maybe just like to get a rolling scissors going. If I can do that, I may be able to get behind him in the scissors here. You can see he's pointing around. He's got his nose on us almost. He's almost in a good position to get some rounds off, so we got to get creative here. There he is again. Again, he just can't point his nose far enough over. I'm going to continue the reversing of the turns here as he struggles. Because we're kind of doing something right, I would kind of want to maintain it. There he goes, nose around on us. He could have almost had a snapshot there. So this is a pretty bad situation for the Mig-19. I'm totally defensive here. Okay, there he goes again, slipping off to the other side. As he comes around, he's probably going to get a round off here. There it is, that's the hit. And, oh, look at that. I lost my entire right horizontal stabilizer. That's okay, whatever. This is fine. Yeah, so it turns out we're going to be also testing the durability of the Mig-19 in this fight. I still have pretty decent control on the aircraft, having lost that horizontal stabilizer. I am putting in constant left rudder though, to try to keep it steady. Alright, there he is off in front. We've actually managed to slide behind him here after merging with him a couple times. We're back on a 6 o'clock, however, that's one thing. The other thing is with the instability that I'm currently facing, you can see the aircraft really struggling to stay behind him. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to line up a shot. Now the aircraft is still pretty responsive, it just requires you know, a little bit of rudder input here to get it to fly the way I want. It's not bad though, which tells you a lot about the capabilities of the Mig-19. Even notice now I'm still low on the ground, relatively slow, and I'm still pretty much in control of the aircraft even without the stabilizer there. Alright, there he goes, he's going vertical here. Now there's a tracking radar, it's got him. Okay, and notice I can't stay behind him, it's very difficult to like line myself up to maybe get some rounds off at him. It's proving very challenging without that stabilizer. Being really careful here not to overshoot. Let's get some rounds off. I can probably get some off here. I got him, I got him. So yeah, I'm at a major disadvantage here. Even though I'm behind him, I just can't get the aircraft to line up for a kill shot. It's only a matter of time before this F-5 manages to force another overshoot, and then he'll probably finish us off here, unless I can get something really creative going. close again. We can get some more rounds off here, I hope. Okay, there we go again. Ooh. There he goes. Over the top, we're just constantly trying to stay behind him. Okay, there he is underneath us. I'm gonna try to pull the nose up. Once again, the MiG-19 will struggle in this. You can see it really shaking as I try to pull that nose up. Now that we're up, it's got a nice rate of climb, so we'll be able to follow this F-5 as he goes vertical. Okay, there's the tracking radar. Now we're really close here. We gotta be really careful with the afterburner. Don't want to overshoot again. Gonna be able to get some rounds off here. Come on. I got him. I got him. We're good. I got him. There it is. Hey. I can't believe I actually pulled that off. As soon as he shot that stabilizer off, I was like, oh, this is not gonna go well. Okay, here we go. We have the Mig-19 here. It's flown by me. We got the F-5 off in the distance here. And we're just going to go ahead and fast forward to the merge. There it is. And so we're going to make a horizontal turn as he goes vertical. Okay, now as he goes vertical, he is exchanging his kinetic energy for potential, which means as he comes down, he's going to be really fast. I'm maintaining more of my energy. You can see my true airspeed at 642. His is at 240. Look at that, speeding up as he comes down. And once again, we talked about this in the other video. I'm not going to, as he came down, let's get a better angle here, like this. As he came down, I wasn't gonna meet him over here, right? What I want to do as he comes down is come around and try to slide in behind him. Okay, this will make sure that as we go down, I don't end up overshooting him. If I was to meet him here, what would happen is he would continue like this, and I would be coming down as well, right? So I would be going really fast and I would end up somewhere over here, which is not where I want to be. I want to be behind him, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and continue here. So you can see that I'm just going to continue and just slide in right behind him. And notice how I don't go, you know, vertically down. Like as he goes down this way, you don't see me coming down like this, trying to pull up behind him. And this is mostly because the MiG-19, as we talked about in the video, is going to really struggle to pull its nose up in these situations. So I'm coming in more at a horizontal angle, hoping that I can, you know, pull my nose around in time to get behind him. Now he's smart and he's turning into me in this situation, which is what he wants to be doing. I'm lucky enough that I'm far enough back that I can readjust for his turn. Okay, so you can see there I go, turning back into his turn. And we're comfortably behind him at this point. Once again, he tries to force us to push our nose down. I am going to engage at that at this time, but this is when the MiG starts to struggle as I pull the nose up. Okay, the aircraft shakes a little as you do it. It goes left to right. You know, you just kind of have to fight through that. So again, the MiG-19 has a tendency to go really fast as you come down. Like notice my my speed changes as I come down. I start at about 430 as I, you know, push my nose down. By the time I exited, I'm at 633, which is, you know, pretty fast. Now, that's obviously one of the things. If I was more experienced with the MiG, I would have probably hit the air brakes as I came down to avoid this situation. But the F-5 has essentially successfully forced me to overshoot him here with that mistake. And now I'm in front of him and he's behind me. Okay, look at our speed differences at 650 and he's at like 370, so he's in a good position here. Notice how he tries to slide in behind me. He just can't, you know, pull the turner around, so he has to go the other way to avoid hitting the ground. I'm going to try to turn in behind him. And he's obviously going to turn into me to avoid me actually getting behind him. Once again, I'm going much faster than him, so he's got an advantage when it comes to sliding behind. And there he is. Probably go ahead and turn labels off here. So yeah, now he's on my 6. Now, you know, we talked about in other videos how when you look at the back of your cockpit, if you can see the top profile of the aircraft, that means that he can't, he's not able to get his nose around to get a fire solution off at you. As soon as you can see a full frontal profile of his aircraft, that's when you know you're in trouble. So I'm looking at the back of my aircraft right now and I'm seeing the top profile, so I know I'm good. I'm not in too much danger. Yeah, I have a guy on my 6, but he can't get a fire solution at this point, so I know I'm good. As I continue to do what I'm doing, because it's currently working, right, I'm going to reverse the turn and hope that he's going too fast. At this point, I'm trying to slow myself down as well. You can see that F-15 pulling around on my 6. Okay, so now as I look out the back, I'm starting to see less of the profile of his aircraft and more a frontal profile. I can't see the top of his aircraft, which means he is solving his fire solution problem. He's slowly getting closer and closer to getting a fire solution off. So I can tell that, you know, I gotta start thinking of something if I'm gonna be able to survive this. Again, I'm constantly reversing turns, trying to keep an eye on him. What I really should have done in this situation was exited the scissor because I couldn't get him off me at this point. Now notice as he comes around, he's gonna I thought it was this round, or is it the next one? I think it's the next scissor where he gets a round off at us. It's right here. There it is. You see that? Now this situation happens. Look, as I look out of my cockpit, look what I can see. I can see a full frontal of his aircraft, which is why he was able to get rounds off. Right? He was able to set up a fire solution. My mistake in this situation was I didn't exit the scissor before. Like, look how much we stayed in a scissor and it wasn't working for me, and I wasn't doing anything creative, you know. So he manages to get this shot off, and you can see the hit. That's where the horizontal stabilizer gets shot off the aircraft. So yeah, at this point I'm basically just going to struggle a little bit. The F-5 is going a little bit faster at this point, so I'm able to kind of get up behind him. I'm at 245, he's at 350. Right, so there it is. There's that merge pretty close. And I managed to turn around real nice and slide in right behind that F-5 there. Okay, he is going to once again go down. And notice this part here. This was kind of nice. So as he goes down like this, instead of diving in after him, because at this close to the ground, the MiG-19 is not going to be able to pull out of a dive like that, especially with one of my horizontal stabilizers having been shot off. There was no way I was following this turn. So what I end up doing is just staying horizontal and you know, trying to slide in behind him like that, which is what you see here. Right, just staying horizontal, pulling up behind him. And then there it is. Okay, so as he climbs, we're going to climb with him. I'm going to get rid of some of these lines here. Okay, and we're just nicely on a 6 here at this point. It's just a matter of getting a fire solution. Right, there's a couple of rounds. I don't think we managed to hit him. And, you know, it's just like at this point there aren't really tactics. I'm just staying behind him with throttle discipline, using air brakes when necessary. And we managed to just line up a shot and get the kill at that point. That's a good kill. Alright guys, so that's going to be the TAC view for this video. Alright, so once again, this was against AI due to the early access nature of the MiG-19, but it was still somewhat of a challenge, and we managed to get a good look at the tracking radar on the MiG-19, along with its ability to take some punishment and remain combat effective. So I hope I was able to show off some more features here today that maybe some of you have been interested in and wanted to see. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.